for further maths, looking at collecting like terms, expanding single and double brackets, okay, and collecting like terms, okay, in complex numbers, in the complex plane, the complex world. Okay, remember guys here that we take I to be the square root of -1, so I is the positive root of -1, and obviously I squared is equal to -1. Okay, so yeah, we obviously take I to be the positive square root here of -1, or root of -1, the absolute value. Okay, next, so, okay, and we want to give our answers here in this section in the form A plus or minus BI, okay, or plus or minus A plus or minus BI, where A is the real part and B is the imaginary part. Okay, so add and subtract, so final answer should be in standard form, in the form A plus BI. Okay, so we got 4 plus I and 7 minus I, so collect our real parts. 4 plus 7 makes 11. Then we have I minus I goes to 0. So we get plus 0i, so we just get 11. Next up, question 2, we got minus 4 plus 3i minus, in brackets, 1 minus 8i. So collecting like terms, so minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5. Okay, so you do minus 4 and you're subtracting positive 1. Then you got 3i minus 8i, so that becomes 3i plus 8i because you're subtracting a negative, which becomes plus 11i or positive 11i. Next up, question number 3, guys. Minus 5 plus 3i minus, in brackets, minus 2 plus 6i. So collecting our like terms, minus 5 minus 2 is minus 5 plus 2, which is minus 3. Then I've got plus 3i and I'm subtracting positive 6i. That makes minus 3i, because you're now doing positive 3, subtract 6, so positive 3 and minus 6 is minus 3i. Next up, we got minus 3 plus 8i plus 5 plus 8i. So collecting our number parts or our real parts. Okay, minus 3 plus 5 makes 2, so that's our constant term or terms. And then 8i plus 6i makes 14i. So it's 2 plus 14i. Next up, we got minus 2i minus 7 minus, in brackets, minus 2 plus 8i. So again, be careful with our negatives. We got minus 7 minus 2, so that becomes minus 7 plus 2. Okay, which makes minus 5. Okay, sorry guys, I've just noticed that I've been recording without my headphones the whole time, so this is probably going to cut away video, I apologize. Then I've got minus 2i plus, minus plus 8i makes minus 10i, so minus 10 lots of I. Question 6, 5 minus 7i minus, in brackets, 2 plus I, or 5 minus 2 makes 3, and minus 7i minus I makes minus 8i. You're doing minus 7i, take away 1i, so you're subtracting 1i, giving us minus 8i. Okay, looking at some expanding brackets now. Okay, sorry guys, yeah, if I was silent in the first part, again, okay, rewatch it back here if you need to. So simplify and write the complex number in standard form. So 5 times minus 8i is minus 40i, brackets 1 plus I. Now I'm going to expand the single bracket, so minus 40i times 1 is negative 40i or minus 40i. Then I've got minus 40i times plus I makes minus 40i squared, but we know that I squared is minus 1, so this becomes minus 40 times minus 1, which would be positive 40. So you have minus 40i plus 40 or minus 40i plus 40. Okay, because if we have negative 40i squared or minus 40i squared, that's minus 40 times by I squared, but we defined at the beginning of the video the I squared to be minus 1. So we have minus 40 lots of minus 1, which makes positive 40 or plus 40. Okay, again, next up, okay, looking at some expanding here, double brackets. So we've got minus 8 minus 8i all squared. So we're going to be expanding double brackets here. Okay, so a lot of this, guys, here is pretty much here GCSE materials. As long as you're happy with collecting like terms and working with algebra, then this topic here is not actually anything new from GCSE. Okay, other than collecting like terms, simplifying algebraic expressions, okay, expanding single and double brackets, so on and so forth. Okay, and knowing that obviously I squared is minus 1, where I is the positive root of minus 1, so I is the root of minus 1. Okay, because we are in the complex plane now, so not the real plane. Okay, or real, complex plane is obviously made of two parts, real plus imaginary. Okay, we do minus 8 times 8 makes positive 64. Minus 8 times minus 8i makes minus 64i. Minus 64i, no, sorry, plus 64, no, sorry, should be a plus there, I apologize. Plus 64i again. Then we got plus 64i squared, but I squared is minus 1, so that becomes minus 64, so they're going to cancel, okay, leaving me with just literally 128i, okay, because 64i squared is 64 times minus 1, which is minus 64, and then when you collect like terms, they just go, okay, and the last part, guys, we are looking at, collecting items, you have expanding brackets with this. So question 10, challenge problems, complete any two and write them in standard form. So we're going to have minus 6, minus in brackets, minus 2, minus 2i, minus in brackets, 5 minus 4i, so be careful here. Okay, let me remove brackets first here by adding them to the negatives. So we have minus 6 plus 2 plus 2i minus 5 plus 4i. Now I'm going to collect my like terms. So we've got minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4. Minus 4 minus 5 is minus 9. So we have minus 9. Then we got plus 2i plus another 4i makes plus 6i. Okay, and finally we're going to see expanding the brackets here with complex numbers key, and obviously with the minus 4. So minus 4 brackets, 7 times minus 5 makes positive 35. We're going to have 7 times minus 6 makes minus 42i. Then we're going to have another minus 40i. So that's going to be what? Minus 82i. Then we got plus 8i times plus 6i is plus 48i squared. Okay. So yeah, I'm just double checking this. So I did minus 7 times plus 6i is minus 42i, then minus another 40i. Yeah, I'm just double checking that. Sorry, guys. And then minus 4 brackets. Well, 35, 48i squared. That'll be minus 48. So we got 35 minus 48, which is what, minus 13. Okay, let me just double check. Yep, it is. Yep, we got minus 13. And we got minus 82i. Okay, expand it with a minus 4 now. Minus 4 times minus 13 is positive 52. And then minus 4 times minus 82i, where you double it and then double it again. Double 82 is 164, and double 164 is 328. So we have 52, sorry, plus 128i. And that is working with complex numbers key. Hopefully that makes sense. So looking at adding and subtracting, multiplying with that, and we'll obviously look here in the next video at dividing here with complex numbers. But yeah, you collect your real parts together and then collect your imaginary parts, remembering that I is equal to the square root of minus 1 and that I squared is equal to minus 1. Okay, and that we are working the complex plane where we are in the form of format a plus bi, where the real part, okay, so we denote z usually as a plus bi, where the real part of z, okay, is the constant term, so the a, okay, and then the imaginary part, so im of z for imaginary, is the coefficient of I, which is b, okay, where I is the square root of -1, okay, it's the principal root, so I is the positive square root of -1, okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you.